Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another mod review. Today we are looking at the brand new Simply Horses update for 1.4.7. So everything works exactly the same, minus a couple little tweaks to the carts, which we're going to talk about today. So let me go find some horses, or spawn some if we can't find any. So here are the plains biome. So horses should spawn in a few moments. If not, we will just spawn some ourselves. Alright, here we go. So I did spawn a bunch using the spawn lasso. So everything works exactly the same. So I'm just going to go and stick a fence piece up here so I don't have to go all the way back to camp. Where are the fences? Okay, so apparently, let me switch into survival here. If you sneak and walk up to the horses, they are less likely to spook and run away. So you can see the whole herd is staying fairly... Stallion noticed me. Whoa, he runs pretty fast. You know what? Let me grab you. Or can I not grab the stallions? Oh. Well, I'll grab you instead then. Come here. Okay, there we go. That gray one just despawned. Kind of weird. So, here comes Mr. Stallion again. Yeah. Okay, how come when I hit him with the lasso and he disappeared? Oh, there he is. Gotcha. Okay. So, we'll put you there. We'll grab one of each breed here. Boop. Alright, so you can still tame them with cake. 8 pieces of cake. So 1. He kicked me. 2, 3, 4, 5, ow. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So that took 10. Not really sure if it's going to be like that all the time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 8 for him. 10 for the stallion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we got 3 beautiful horses here. We'll get rid of the cake. One's going to be a Mustang. Shabam. One's going to be an Arabian. Bang. And the other one's going to be a Clydesdale. There. So, same kind of thing as before. If you give them a saddle, let me grab a saddle here. Okay, so give Mr. Mustang a saddle. And let's make his tack red. So you can still dye all the tack. Bam. You know what? I think blue might look better on this fella, since he's gray. There we go. And same thing with the draft harness. Once they're wearing a draft harness, you can dye it. And I think I will make it orange. Orange didn't really change anything. Okay, what about lime green? There we go. So, that's the basic taming process. You could just leave them hooked up to your post for 2 Minecraft days, and they will tame themselves. And if you want to lead them around, You just use your lasso, you click on them, you can lead them around. Let me switch back into creative mode so I don't get hurt here. If you shift and right click, shift and right click, you're supposed to be able to mount your horses. Okay, how come none of this is working now? All the horses are frozen. Why are we all frozen? So this is obviously a potential bug. So if this is going to continue, yeah, I can just run right through all of them. If this bug is going to continue, then this mod will not be put back in my content pack until further notice. So it looks like the only way to fix this problem is to restart the game. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I'm back. So the horses are all moving again. And in fact, it didn't even save the fact that I changed my draft harness guy's tack. There we go. So, like I said, shift, right click to mount your horse. Now you can back up by holding the S key, but the things have been slightly changed. So, they can jump up one block on their own, and all you have to do is tilt your mouse to be able to control where you're going. But what you want to do is you want to tap the W key once to walk. So that's what I'm doing now, and then let go of the W button. So tap once, let go, and you can then just tilt your mouse in any which direction to steer your horse. So a second tap on the W key sends your horse into a jog or a trot, and then again you just move your mouse key around, but do not hold down the W key. A third tap sends your horse into a canter or a lope. Oh, that's jog. Come on. There we go. And so obviously that is quite a bit faster, so you want to be a little more careful while steering your horse. And the horse does take a little bit more time to respond to the change of direction. And then a fourth tap is your gallop. Fifth tap is your full gallop. And Mustangs have a special ability as well, that when there's other mobs around, they will charge at them. So then they will go a little bit faster when there's dangerous mobs, so like zombies and creepers and such. And then just tap your S key once, twice, 3 times, depending on how fast you're going, 4 times to slow down. So if you're in a canter, hit once to go back to a jog, hit a second time to go back to a walk, and 3 times to stop. And then if you actually hold your S key down, you can back up your horse. So, the steering is a little bit easier than what it was before when this odd little system was created. But it's not too bad. And then shift right click to get off your horse. And then you can simply just tie them back up to their post or put them in a pasture. So, if you want to remove their tack, you just right click. There, removes tack. But once they're tame, they will always have that halter on. And if you change their tack and you take your saddle off, so you change color, their halter will always be that color. So no matter what saddle you put on them, their saddle blanket will be blue, or whichever color their halter is. So, let me change it back to daytime here. As for the draft horses, you have to give them a draft harness instead. All the recipes and the written guide to Simply Horses is all on the forum page, which will be in the description below if you guys have any more questions. So we will head back to my ranch to show you guys how these horses work. So I will be right back. Alright, so we are back at the ranch. So I'm going to go and use a spawn lasso and just spawn 3 individual horses. 1, 2. Actually, you know what? I'll do 4, because that'll be a lot easier to show you guys how to work the carts. So, there we go, 4 horses. So, a word about the spawn lasso before I go any further. If you just right-click any particular where, so you right-click once, you get 1 horse. And obviously, if I keep right-clicking, I will get a bunch of horses, but they're, for some reason it's saying 25. No herd. So, I spawned a whole bunch of horses individually, so they're technically not part of the herd, so they will just wander around aimlessly on their own. If I go over here, and shift right-click with the spawn lasso, I will spawn a herd of simply horses, but unfortunately you only get 4 or 5. So if you want a really large herd, you just have to keep spawning. However, you see here, each herd that you spawn has a stallion. So that one fought with, it despawned completely. That horse fought with the stallion, and obviously it changed color, which means it was the one that was unsuccessful, and the stallion can remain the stallion. So if I do that again, Mr. Stallion will go, so that one of the stallions will go to the other stallion. Come on. Do we not have any more stallions? This guy's the stallion, and you can tell the stallions because they're always, with the way the mod is now coded, they always stand slightly away from the herd. So, that one's coming up, so let's see what happens. Or maybe he's just a horse, not a stallion. So I'm going to try and spawn one more set. There we go. So you can see they're fighting. One should change color momentarily. There we go. So now, all of a sudden, that was the one that lost. So this guy is the new stallion. So that's how it works. Works quite a bit like a herd of actual horses. So let's go back here. Back to our group of horses here. We'll get rid of our spawn lasso and grab our cake. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There. Okay, so ditch the cake. We'll grab a draft harness or Clydesdale yoke. If you guys want to know how to make any of these, please consult the forum page, or my older videos, because the recipes are still the same. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there we go. 4 Clydesdales, and they're all fairly close to the same color. We've got pairs here. So we have a cart, a wagon, and a vardo. So, let me first put the cart out. Okay, so we have a wee little cart, and it can be pulled by 1 horse, 1 Clydesdale, or 2 Arabians, or 2 regular horses. So, let me show you guys how this works. So, you can right-click on the cart, and it gives you an inventory, so I can put just about anything in there. So you can wheel your cart around. So what you do, you take 1 Clydesdale, right-click with the lasso, bring it over to the cart. If you just want 1 Clydesdale pulling your horse cart, and right-click on the cart. How come it's not working? Oh, right-click on the cart, then right-click on the... That's still not working either. I'm just following what the forum page says. Okay. So right-click on one. I'll come over here and grab a second one. Maybe that'll work. So you have one. Right-click it. Whoops. I accidentally right-clicked it to the post. So right-click 1. Right-click 2. So now it's attached to that horse. You want to right-click on that horse. Bring him over. So now I have 2 horses. Where's my cart? And you're supposed to right-click on the cart, and it's supposed to hitch your horses to the cart. However, it seems to be a little buggy again, and doesn't seem to want to work. So they are somewhat attached to that one, so I'm going to plop the wagon down here. little bit bigger, and you can actually see some stuff in it. And I actually can't. There's no inventory. Oh, now I'm sitting on it. I don't want to sit on it. There we go. Apparently you can't. There's no inventory to this one at all. But I'm going to grab these two horses. See if we can't hook them into this one. And apparently not. So the way you hitch the horses up is supposed to be the same as the previous carts and stuff that were in one of the first versions. However, apparently this one's not working. So with the Vardo, you have an inventory plus a bed. So you just right-click on your Vardo and click the bed if you want to sleep. And this cart has to be pulled by 4 or more horses, preferably 6, but you can use 4. This can take 1 or 2. Your wagon should take 2 or 4, and then 4 or 6 for the big Vardo. And I doubt we're going to get much progress here. Okay. Alright, so we have all 4 horses here. And let's bring them around, see if we can't hitch them to the Vardo. And apparently not. Still not working. Ahaha. Okay, I realized what I did wrong here. Forgot to give our little guys their harnesses. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to right-click. I'm going to bring them all back here. And I'm going to take these guys. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I want you attached to the fence. Attached to the fence. Thank you. You attached to the fence. Well, how do I get you guys together now? Okay, well, I will take this guy for now. So once you give them the harness, silly me, you can take them to the cart. Right click on the cart. Oh, come on now. Right click on the cart to the horse, cart to horse. And you will see a pair of reins, technically. Shift right click on the cart. And you have to hit the R key, and then it'll come up in text in the corner there, you are now driving. And it's the same kind of thing. Whoa, turn, turn, turn. Takes a bit of time for it to actually register. Whoa, slow down, why are you going so fast? Just walk. Now turn, turn, turn. So they're a little hard to steer, I will admit, in my personal opinion, versus some other horses, but so you can carry him around, or he'll pull you around, and then simply stop. Oops. Shift right click to get off, and then you can unhitch your horse by hitting the cart, or just lassoing your horse. How do I break that connection? Whoa. Okay, he's attached 3 times. Okay, so judging by the forum page, you want to double click the Whipple tree, which is these little things, with your right mouse button, to detach your horse, but it's not working. Now he's attached once, but I want him to be detached. I am double right clicking, but nothing's happening. Okay, well, it does say on the forum page that it is still a little buggy. So it is still possible that it's going to be a little glitchy. So we will leave it at that. There is one more thing that I should probably mention. To be able to view the textures. These special horse textures are no longer part of a texture pack. They are right in the mod themselves. To be able to see them, you have to install either MC Patcher or Optifine. If you guys want to know how to install Optifine, please scroll through my videos, and you will eventually find one about Optifine. It is a little outdated, but it all still installs and works the same way, plus a few extra features. So, please install Optifine. There is a texture pack on the forum page that's recommended. It's called Jollycraft. It just gives a whole westerny feel to your Simply Horses mod. So if you use that texture pack and you use this ranch, for example, you will get more of a western type feel. And I will actually do a texture pack review for it and show it with this map so you guys can see what it looks like. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.